Lisandro Martinez will be coming back a day after the other players will be back. If the likes of Kobe Mino and Marcus Rashford are going to be back by Monday, which is tomorrow, I think Lisandro Martinez should be back latest by Wednesday to join the squad ahead of the weekend preseason game against AC Milan. And I saw also the likes of Matthias Delete joining the squad in their training camp ahead of their game against Leeds United. And I don't know for Benjamin Sesko, he has been doing grass training alone for his rehabilitation. And I don't know if Matthias Delete will also be doing an individual training or he's joining the squad as well. But it's a positive one seeing him with the group. And then thank God for this injury to Lisandro Martinez, which was at first feared to be something serious, but it's looking like he's going to be back and join the squad, and he's in contention to start the match against Hull City by next weekend, which is Saturday by 12 p.m. African time. It's good to have every player back in the camp. At least for every manager, it's a joy to watch your players back in your preseason games before the main season kicks off, and it's good to have your tactics and plans being executed in training and in especially in the preseason before the season proper. So because when the season starts, there will be no much time to implement your ideas. It will just be 3 4 days of training before the match day, and it's a good one for Michael Carrick. And uh, as long as the Ineos will be willing to back him up, I strongly believe Michael Carrick is the right man. Unless the Ineos throw him under the bus, which I fear for him because with the scare from Messi Mount yesterday, though it is rumored that it was nothing serious, it was just a precautionary substitution. I believe that if the Ineos are able to sign at least one defensive midfielder, it mustn't be a high profile midfielder, but then somebody who can stand in for though it has to be someone who will be in the long term plan, not just a quick fix. So in a player like Tyler Adams or Sander Berge, those are players that can at least give Manchester United quality 5 years because they are Premier League proven players, they are experienced in the Premier League, and then they are their age is not way too much. At least Tyler Adams is 27, soon to be 28, and then Sander Berge is 28. So it's a good age. At least it's a peak age in any footballer's life, and they can still give quality 5 years for Manchester United. So it's not a bad one. Though the Ineos must know that it is a priority for them to get a defensive midfielder because Mason Mount cannot be relied upon for the remainder of the season. He's injury prone, and then Messi Mount cannot promise 30 games in a season, not even 38 games of the Premier League. And then Manchester United will be playing in more competitions this season. The Champions League football is there, the FA Cup, the EFL Cup. If they go further, then Manchester United will have an accumulation of more than 60 matches to play. So they really need a defensive midfielder who can come in, and then even without the injury to Messi Mount and all, Manchester United need that natural destroyer as a midfielder who can come in and fit into the squad because more of the players Manchester United have are centrally minded players. They are players who prefer to play in the central midfield position. Santos can play in the defensive midfield position, but that is not his primary role. His primary role is a central midfield. Kobe Mino is a central midfielder. Yuri Tillemans is a central midfielder, though he's also versatile and can play in the defensive midfield position, but that doesn't mean that is his primary position. So the Ineos must make sure the defensive midfield position or signing is a priority for this summer going into the season before the game against Hull City. Because if they wait till the season is kicks off, they might be found wanting for a midfielder. This I can guarantee, or this I can assure that it's something they can't avoid. So they need to be quick about their decision so that any person, any midfielder they are signing should at least be able to play one preseason game. So they have at least this week to be able to plan that for the player to meet up with the training at least a week before the season kicks off next week by Saturday. Thank you. Keep watching and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Football Controller.